an issue, I don't think that's something that you can necessarily afford for me to take care of. But a hybrid situation of, yes, please come in here, do some directed patrols, answer a few calls, instead of saying, hey, you need to talk to town council, whatever. Take care of the situation, give them the information you can give them, pick up an occasional dog, drop it off at your facility. Let everybody know it's down there, and then work from there. In my opinion, that's a pretty good situation. I don't know, because I don't deal with the contracts necessarily on the final end. I don't know if the sheriff would be like, well, if you're gonna be doing work up there too, the contract's gonna be more. I don't know if that's the case or not. I wouldn't expect it to be. In my opinion, I wouldn't expect it to be. You're contracted for the county to come up here. What difference does it make what the service is?
Right.
And you don't necessarily have a lot of animal calls here anyway. Obviously, the word gets out. I drive through here all the time anyway, but if the word gets out that, hey, county's actually doing stuff here, that number's gonna go up. Because now they're gonna know they can call, and they're gonna expect a solution to the problem. So that number would go
That might make people
up.
mind better too.
What's that?
That might make people mind better too.
Well, yeah, consistent enforcement. Consistent enforcement. You know, I'm a pretty lax guy. I've worked here for, well, it'll be 2 years in October, okay? A lot of my numbers that I keep track of for my quarterly reports and everything are way down from what they were when I started. I've written exactly 10 citations in 2 years. That's it.
No.
The entire county,
Entire county,
10 citations.
my goodness,
I don't write tickets,
we don't do
okay? I don't write them.
that.
I only write tickets on court cases I know I can win. I've never lost in court. In 15 years, I never lost a case in court. I don't write tickets. I don't write a lot of tickets. If I answer a call, whether it's a barking dog, a bite, a dog running loose, whatever the problem is, I'm gonna come out. If I've never dealt with you, you're gonna get a warning. You're gonna get all the resources I can give you as far as papers. This is what the law is. This is what. Here's my phone number. Here's my card. Call me if you need something. The second time, you're gonna get tickets. Okay. Generally, my talk and the way that I handle my cases the first time I'm there solves 99% of the problem. Because when I start showing them, when I pull up my form and I say, let your dog keep running, and I'm gonna write you for a nuisance. See that dollar amount? It's $1,000 if I win. Your choice. Pay a $1,000 ticket, I'll come out here and write it to you.
Well, hypothetically, how would you, if there was a neighbor 3-4 houses down, for example,
Yeah.
and I know for a fact that they are feeding feral cats.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, as a general rule, the cats come in the evening or
Yes.
late night, and at dark time,
Yeah.
10, 11 o'clock, they're all laying out in the middle of the street, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And I call you, and I say, hey, we got a problem down here. What you have to do, first of all, you have to prove that that person is the one's feeding the cats.
Yep.
And, I mean, what do? Stake the place out?
Yeah. I'll do it. I've
I
done
mean,
it.
do you have to do something like that in order to,
Sometimes. I've done it.
you know?
Yep, absolutely.
I
I've
just
literally,
don't know.
in the 15 years I've done this job in the 2 different states and 3 different counties and 4 different agencies I've worked for, I can count the times I've done it, but there's been times where I'll actually go home, get in my personal truck and come on here, park on the street and watch what's going on. That truck hasn't left the garage at my house in 4 months. I have to start it every day, just for myself. I'll use it. I will. I'll come out, stake someplace out. I'll set up trail cameras. I don't care. If in a situation like this, and we're talking about true feral cats, I can come out, I'm talking to you on your porch, and you're like, there's one right now. And I look at it, and I try to approach it. You can tell right away it's a feral cat or not. You can tell right away. If that's the problem you got, all right, cool. You know what? I don't generally provide trapping services, because I don't have the time or resources to do that. But you know what? I got a couple traps in the truck. Let's do this. I'll bring out traps on your property. We'll catch them, I'll take them out, and we'll get them where they need to be. Clean the place out a little bit.
Pam, do you have a question?
If we rescind our animal, that includes like chickens, it includes all of our ordinances on any animal, right?
No.
Yes,
Just
no?
dogs and cats.
Or,
Well,
We have a specific ordinance that says the county can't come here.
Okay, so,
Right.
so if we rescind that, and they do get to come up here and whatever, how do you enforce chickens? How do you enforce exotic animals? How do you?
It all depends on what the law, if I'm understanding your question, if you rescind your
We
ordinance.
have a chicken ordinance.
Title again, okay, you have a chicken ordinance. If you rescind your animal ordinances and essentially contract with the county,
Uh-huh,
then I have my set of ordinances that I would use.
okay,
Okay, which breaks all that stuff down. Whether I'm dealing with a cat or a dog, chickens aren't treated any different as far as at large than a dog or cat is.
okay, so I guess the next question is, in writing, what is your ordinance, and do we have copies of it?
He
or-
gave
He brought-
everybody copies that
You
one
all have a
time.
copy.
Somewhere in my mess,
I can get you more.
okay.
It's not a big deal. I
Yeah,
can
but-
get you more. I can send a link to Robin in the email.
Yeah,
She
and we-
emails everybody.
yeah.
There's, like I said, our ordinances, we have a fairly good set of ordinances. It needs some tweaking. Like I said, there's some things with permanent ID that I think we need. Some other stuff, reference possibly, no owner, no keeper stuff that I'm trying to get passed for my problem people that don't really
Oh, wow.
have any
Big one.
business keeping animals. But the county has some very good ordinances. Those coupled with state law solve almost any problem that I've encountered here. So the answer's there. Like I said, I'm not up here, that's not what I'm up here. I'm not up here saying, hey, you need me to come in here and solve your problems. That's not what I'm up here doing. Like I said, I just wanna try to come up with a hybrid agreement of some sort. It's a handshake, whatever, that we can get some animals taken to your kennel, and I can help you do that. Just to make sure that your residents aren't put in a situation, trying to take care of animals that aren't theirs. It puts their other animals, their children and stuff at risk, because they don't know where this animal came from. But at the same time, how are we gonna do that without it costing me money, trying to help you guys out? So like I said, Key to the Kennel, I think is a good start, simply because it's not a situation that pops up all the time. I mean, that one animal the other night was the first animal I've been called out here to impound, I think, probably since I was here last. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's gonna be a problem.
I was leaving it unlocked, I mean, you can just stick it in there and lock it.
Yeah,
But we can still get your key, I'll have to look and see what series it is.
like I said, if you can figure that out, that's cool.
Yeah.
I really just wanna make sure, I just wanna make things easier for you guys. Give you guys some sort of support,
Yeah.
some sort of resource, because that's what I'm here for. And your residents deserve that as well, so I think that's a good solution to the immediate problem. And then going forward, if there's other things that we can do, to help you out, we can figure it out. I think just everybody has to be willing to belly up to the table, and listen to everybody else and
Right.
decide, yeah, this is what we want to look at doing, so.
Any other comments or questions from council? We all in favor of?
I make a
Wanna
motion,
add
we
this
go
on?
ahead, let him get a key to the kennel and help us out
I'll
when
second it.
needed.
John seconds that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
we wanna.
I think,
Need to work together.
And then
Yeah.
anytime you pick one up and get Andy's information, just email him with
Right
the
on.
dogs out there and whatnot. He
Perfect.
takes care of them and stuff out there.
that's good. That's exactly what I need. Like I said, just need an email, let somebody know it's there.
That'll keep you from having to take it to the Humane Society and there be a charge and.
Right, absolutely. 'Cause like I said, most of the time, it's gonna be somebody right here in town, hey, the dog got out, everybody's dog gets out once in a while. I mean, I just spent $3,000 on a fence.
You wanna know what it is most of the time? It's a kid coming to my house with someone's dog with a collar on it, and I tell them to take it back where they found it and turn it loose.
Yeah, trust me. Listen, you have no idea.
I mean, people have brought dogs to my house and I know whose dog
Yeah.
it is.
You have no idea how correct you are. I
Take
get
it
that in the
back.
county all the time. I'm like, seriously, you just pick that dog up from, wherever, and then you brought it to the Humane Society.
Well,
And I can tell you, that was 2 doors down from where it lives, it was headed home, you know?
Yeah.
Is it right? No, it's not,
Right.
but the fact is, man, you just cost us $200, and those people still have to pay to get their dog out. That's gonna cost them $75 at least, depending on how long it's there. Yeah, dog had been home 4 hours ago. Yeah, absolutely, it happens all the time, but that's another reason why, like I said, mandatory, permanent ID for me is huge. You know, Marion County has a mandatory permanent ID, ordinance. Having worked there for 3 years, it's highly important, specifically when you start talking about a county like this that works with contracts. I don't know how it hasn't been taken care of already. The county, the residents of the county have to pay all this money in tax money to house these animals. Well, it should be demanded that you have an ID on your animal so it doesn't end up there. You know, if we pick it up, we ought to be able to look at it and say, oh, it belongs over here, take it home. Maybe write you a ticket for it. It shouldn't cost the county that much money, you know, it just shouldn't. So, hopefully I can get that solved, and some of that solves problems for these municipalities, because county dogs wander in town, that's where they go, and then it starts costing the towns money. So, like I said, you know, just let me know about the key, or however that works out.
I can look tomorrow. I just gotta see what series it is. I don't know what core's in it.
Cool, that's cool. I can run up here, pick it up or whatever, and we can just start doing that.
That'd be great.
And like I said, at any point in time, you guys have any questions about stuff, anything I can help you with, regardless of whether it means me coming here doing anything or not, I will give you guys whatever I can give you, resources, help on anything. You just gotta ask, I just gotta know you need it. And we'll try to help you out as best we can.
Appreciate it.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
I appreciate your time. It's good seeing you again for sure. Just, you know, let me know if there's anything else you guys need, and I'll zip up here. Like I said, I try to come through town as much as I can through the week. Kind of depends on what my run load is, but I'll try to spend as much time here as I can. And I'll just communicate with Andy about the whole dog situation, kennel thing.
Do I, if I had to get a hold of you, Doug, do I call that animal control, county?
The best way to get a hold of me, if you had a situation you need addressed,
Yeah,
the best way to get a hold of me is simply to call dispatch.
okay.
773-1282. Tell them, hey, this is what I got going on, and they dispatch to me. If you need to just get a hold of me because you just want to BS about something or you got a question, then email me is the best way to get a hold of me. My email's on my site. Robin has my email. I can drop business cards. I can bring business cards in for everybody before I leave, and I'll do that. I'll just go out there and get some business cards, chuck them on the table. I communicate that email all day, every day, with dozens of people. So that's a good way just to get a hold of me if you have questions about stuff or you want to get together and chat about something. That's the best way to get it. All right? Cool.
So
I'll
when you're
grab some cards.
when you're leaving town and you're driving through town and you see like all these kids hanging off of a golf cart that are too young to be on a golf cart,
Yeah.
you can say something to them too, right?
So yeah, technically, if I know what the local ordinances are, yeah, we
Or if
run.
they're on a scooter with no
Keep
helmet,
moving
Yeah, yeah,
three
yeah.
kids on it.
Motorized vehicle.
Yep,
Gotta have driver's license.
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta have
the
helmet now, that's right.
right. Yeah, that's the one beautiful part
So you
about.
have complete resting powers as any deputy sheriff has?
She's gonna make it.
Essentially, there's things that I don't belong going to as a primary
I understand.
a primary responding officer, but at the same time, if it happens in front of me, absolutely I can take action, do what I need to do.
I see.
Detain you, arrest you if I need to. You know, I'm not a real qualified officer, so I can't make traffic stops.
Okay.
Unless like literally this dude's like 1055 and he's all over the road,
Yeah,
and he's gonna kill somebody, I'll initiate a stop.
Yeah.
But pretty much anything that needs to be taken care of, they tool me to take care of that as well. I wish I had a little bit more, because people do all sorts of stuff. They see the truck, oh, he's nobody, and they do whatever they want. So it's just kind of funny, but yeah, absolutely. I'll grab some cards, bring them in, and like I said, I appreciate your time, and certainly just let me know if you guys need anything.
Appreciate it.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks, guys.
All right, we'll stay on new business tonight. On the benches, the caps.
Yeah, that should be old
They
business.
should be old, but,
Steve Nelson came in today and was asking about
Inquiring
that. He
about
wants
it.
to.
and, don't know if we can,
He offered to go down there, but it's gonna take more than his truck and trailer, isn't it?
Yep. I'll just do it.
But how much are we needed a definite cost so we can put it on Facebook to see if anybody wants to sponsor.
I'll have to get the paper back out. $200 a bench, I don't remember.
I think that's where we
Is that-
left off was,
Without the caps or with the caps?
November one's out of it. I'll have to get all the information back to you guys again.
okay.
Well, I've got a couple of issues I wanted to bring up tonight, but not gonna have time, we're not talking about, I guess it's considered old business, so we can do it another time. But, I may not be here at the next meeting, we're getting on, excuse me, on vacation.
Okay.
So if I'm not here, I'll bring it up another day, because it's, some issues that's been going on for quite some time, and, I want it resolved in my mind and with this board. So it's something I'll bring up a little later. It's just a little too late in the evening now to bring it up, so. I just want everybody to know that, okay? But I may not be here the next meeting, so,
So just keep us hanging.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next order of new business, there's a festival merchandise question.
yes, Jennifer. We've had 2 vendors now ask?
Yes, we've had 2 vendors that have contacted us about selling stun guns. And they were wondering, the one lady said that she actually was at a fair at Cass County and they would not let her sell that. She could take orders for it, but they would not let her sell those. And I wasn't sure how you guys felt about that.
I think it's prohibited by our ordinance in our spaces.
I
There's a thing about, we have an ordinance that on town, private property is different, it
I
applies
think it
state
was-
law, but I think knives, guns, drug
I
paraphernalia.
don't think it says anything about stun guns, because she does have knives too. I think it says something about
She
knives.
did, yeah.
Which,
I don't
we kinda
remember.
have our opinion about that too, but we wanted to make sure before Jennifer told her something that
What's
it
it
was
say?
coming from the
What the
council.
ordinance say? I don't remember what all's in it.
So what do you guys feel about that?
I'd say no.
I don't think it's really necessary.
Private property.
Yeah. We really,
I mean, what if somebody bought it and then used it on somebody, and if it was sold on town, I mean, under town's blessing, then how, are we liable at all for, I'd say no.
Might be broke down. Is it in the rules? Now that you mention, because
Which
it's
the-
not in the
which the-
ordinance.
well,
The rules are part of the
The
ordinance.
rules are part of the ordinance.
I don't think it doesn't say
doesn't
specifically
specifically
stun
say
guns. It just says,
does it say guns?
it says
Yes.
guns and knives, I think.
It's a gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd
Yep.
say no.
It's a gun.
Yeah, so we'll say no. Due to our
Okay.
our ordinance does not permit the selling of weapons
Guns, yeah.
on town property. That's easy enough. Okay. Staying on track with new business, we do have one adjustment tonight,
That is not fixed
okay?
yet. It's got a temporary fix on it,
Okay.
and the plumber's supposed to be there tonight, I think. But I guess she wants, once Sandy
For
can
the
go
30th?
verify that it is fixed, that she can have the sewer adjust.
I put the fix on it.
Right, but,
Okay.
so once he has approval, once it's verified by Andy that it is really fixed.
Make a motion, once Sandy verifies it's been repaired properly, to approve the adjustment.
I hear a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll drop back to old business.
We're good. I thought we were gonna, I had the impression we were gonna talk about that, but since you opened it up,
What's
I know
up?
we normally do old business. I'm just a little confused tonight.
Well, we
Yeah.
skipped old business because this deputy officer was here. We didn't wanna make him stand here. This next topic that we're going to discuss is probably gonna have a lot of,
Okay.
possibly a long discussion, I don't know.
I'm
May
just,
not be.
I'd like to make a motion on that, on the contract for the Lake Orange, that we table it.
Okay.
So that we can take it home and review it, compare it to the old one. And I'd make a motion that we table it until Andy's, or Toby's return, or he'll be here to vote on it and that type of thing,
Okay,
so we would all be present.
okay. We have a motion, do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there any other old business tonight?
yeah, I would like to, take a minute here, a couple minutes here.
Go ahead, Toby.
I would like to know why we as a town board don't wanna talk about town business at a town meeting. We haven't discussed the fire territory for over a year. And, I'm getting a little, worried about the situation. I was going through some of my old minutes at home, and I realized that we had, as a board, we'd already decided what we were gonna do with fire territory, and we unanimously passed that we were gonna, take them to court. And then, right after that, Aaron Culp, we got rid of Aaron, so the only thing that's changed is the lawyer. But somehow or another, that vote just got dropped off the face of the earth.
But here's what happened,
Nobody's talking about
here's
it
what's
anymore.
going on, if we take them to court, and we have met with Manny on this, Manny is confident that, he said it's in the interlocal, it will not be a split, a third, a third, a third. So, we are seriously looking at spending $75,000 to take them to court and recoup maybe $20,000 to $25,000.
Where'd that number come from?
So-
I'd like to know where 20,000 came from. What's our percentage?
Our percentage was like 7.
7%?
Yes, our percentage is not what everybody thinks it is.
I thought it was 20, I could be
No,
wrong.
no. So that is the problem with taking them to court.
Our
But
stolen
what-
equipment.
We need to do something, whether it's take them to court or file with our insurance company or something, because we're trying to get a fire department started, and, turnout gear is anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 per turnout gear, and they got every bit of our turnout gear. They've got our radios, they've got our
Air packs?
air packs,
Bottles?
they've got it, and whatever else equipment that we don't know about, they still got all that. And, we're standing here with our hands tied. We're gonna have to renew that contract with them guys down there again, and with them hiring new employees, I can't help but to think it's gonna be increased from what it is now. We gotta take action to do something if we're gonna ever get back on our own feet.
Well, we've got information from Jim Higgins and from Peachy. We need to meet with Peachy now that I'm back from vacation about getting started on our new territory with White River and Cicero Township.
Well, is there a
Because we
statute,
can do that, and we can logistically be in place in a year.
is there a statute limitation as to, the time limit in getting our equipment back? Just use that equipment alone. I mean, if the territory has some of the land's equipment, that they are not going to release back to the town of Atlanta, is there a time limit as to when we can, take legal action against them and getting that back? Is there
I
statute
don't know.
limitations?
I know we talked to Manny one time about should a different trustee come into office just the next election, the possibility of having a friendly audit then, and he said the statute of limitations would not be up at that time.
Well, yeah,
I know, I've met with the new fire chief. We discussed very little about what's went on in the past. It was basically kind of try to get to know one another conversation. Obviously, he's not the trustee, but this guy really seemed somewhat cooperative. I'll also report that, and I apologize for not having this gentleman's application tonight, but we have a person that's very much interested in being our fire chief. And he is a local person that's been involved with the volunteer fire department for close to 40 years. Knows it inside and out. Very knowledgeable person.
That's what we need.
And I, as a council, I think we need to meet with him. And that falls under our executive session as a prospective employee, interviewing a prospective employee. He's very much interested in this department and moving forward. So that's something that
Scheduling.
we need to do. We need to get that on the schedule before our next meeting, so that we can interview him and get everyone's feeling on if this is the guy that we want, and move forward. Because he, like I said, he's has a wealth of experience and a desire as well to see our station up and running again.
Does he have any kind of relationship with that new chief?
Has met him, had discussion with him. He also knows Steve Beachy very well. He is currently involved at the Cicero Fire Department as a volunteer. I'll keep his name confidential tonight, just until we meet and answer any questions that he may have regarding this. But moving forward, I think he would be a strong candidate for our department.
As far as the equipment goes, if we don't get anything back from Jackson Township and we have to start fresh with our equipment, are there departments who are upgrading to better equipment that has equipment that's still available?
The problem is, when departments upgrade this stuff because it's so expensive, it's out of date and it's not certified anymore.
Okay. I didn't know if there was ever a situation where they were selling stuff that
And that's
might
that's
fall
part of the problem
within.
with our equipment. Our
Yeah.
equipment that went into that territory
Right.
got replaced because it got out of date.
Right, so there you go.
we
So
get-
that's what
we get
they're,
7% of it back.
No, the deal is, we kept all of our equipment, okay?
And that's where
And
the
when we-
semantics come into
Well,
play.
it can be semantic, because I was in the meeting. You know, we just got jacked for like 80
Yeah.
grand.
I know
Yeah,
what
we
you're
did.
saying. I
We
know what you're
did.
saying, but
But
that
if
interlocal is
we
so
can't
weak.
go, if we
It's
can't,
theft.
But that interlocal is so weak.
can we,
theft.
that-
okay, then who do we call about that
Talk
theft?
to that cop out there right
You call
right
the
now.
police and you turn it in on your insurance, and you pay your $1,000 deductible,
All right.
and get all your new stuff back.
And then you go into court, and the judge
Your
looks at your
insurance company,
interlocal
your
and
insurance
says,
company goes into court, you
Well,
don't.
Well, maybe that's something to pursue. Is that
I
something
mean,
to ask
it only
Manny?
took us.
You guys
from
are the council,
It only
pursue
took us from
away.
the beginning of time to get this stuff, and all
All,
the people
all
that.
I know is one thing for
donated.
sure. If Manning can say what he wants, Aaron Culp can say what he wants, they're both lawyers. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a hard-working factory worker who's retired. But I got enough common sense to know I'm not letting somebody walk into my house, take everything in my home and put it in their home, and then, and me not to call it theft. And I can tell you right now, the territory is not going to volunteer to give back our equipment. Now, wait a minute, and I'll let you talk. They're not gonna volunteer to give back anything that's ours.
Okay, I pulled
So
my
if
hair
we
out.
want it back,
Okay,
the only other alternative is to go to law. Now,
Okay.
just because, well, that's the way the system is.
that's what I'm saying though, Mr. Bench, council member, you do it then. You are a council member.
We've
You
already
have-
done
You
that.
have that authority. You get on the phone to the sheriff's department and you tell them that we have been robbed. Because it's not as easy as what everybody's saying. I pulled my hair out over this fire territory for 3 years at least now. And I've I've sat in meeting after meeting and I've listened to the ins and outs of it, and if I thought that we could get away with going to the sheriff's department and saying we have been robbed and turning it into our insurance company, then I would have done that.
Well, we
But-
voted
but
on
you're-
this subject over a year ago, and it was a unanimous decision
Do you
by
wanna
everybody
spend
on
that
this
kind of
board.
money though and drain?
And the vote has never even been rescinded or anything.
I vote
It's
that
just
we,
been dropped off the.
I move.
Do you wanna, I mean, that would bankrupt the town to try to do that. We don't have, I mean, we're scraping money to pay for, to tear that house down. We don't have tens of thousands of dollars to go into court and fight a fight that we are likely not gonna come out the way we wanna come out of it.
It's not fiscally responsible for us to do.
That, we pursue it away. I mean, you have more time than I do to focus on one thing, and if that's how you feel about it, you're a council member, you are entitled to do that. Call the sheriff's department, call the insurance company and tell them that.
Well, you may very well be right, Robin, I'm not down your word, but I would feel a lot more better than I do now if I'd had Mr. Manning in front of me telling me these things, having a meeting with me at this board, at this building, telling me these things. I haven't heard a word out of the man's mouth, not one word. I've asked 2 or 3 board members on different occasions, what's going, hush, we're not supposed to talk about it. So a lot of the stuff that you're privy on, I'm totally in the
But
darkness
me
on.
and Johnny and Fred met with Manny that one time, and we came back and we told everybody what we had met about, and it was everything that I have just said.
Well, I did not
But,
say that you
okay,
didn't,
but I will have Manny come to a meeting. I mean, he's more than willing to come to a meeting. And he
Can we have him come
he can
to,
talk
like,
ab-
on a regular basis, once every 2 months, just be here?
Yeah, he will do that if we request him to be here.
Okay,
It's
and then-
in our contract.
Yeah, and so
well, he sent
then,
an email
keep it,
stating that he would have 2 board members be willing to come up to his office and talk to him about this
That
situation.
was to keep it from being a quorum. So, because if
Well,
it was more than
Because
2 board
otherwise it's
members,
gotta
then
Had to
it's
be
a
a
big
public
And
deal.
then
meeting,
come to the
yeah.
executive meeting then.
We can't
Talk
tell, well, I
about it.
suppose we could if we were potentially litigating. But I will have him, or I will have him call you. You can have his number. You can call him.
We can have them
You
attend
guys are
meetings, we can
council
talk about it in
members.
public
He's your
meetings,
attorney.
not have to have them, you know. We
I
can have
think
them
he
here
should-
at public meetings and discuss it too.
Linda?
Has anybody looked into, are there any grants available that we can get new equipment?
yeah,
We don't even have a department established right now
We don't have anything.
to even apply.
okay. So that's the
Oh,
first
okay.
step, is getting
So
the
we-
department
so
back
we can
in.
Establish
Yeah, yeah.
If
first,
we get
Okay.
it cheap, we
Yeah.
can get it
Right.
going.
Yes,
so if you interview this guy and you're hiring,
yes.
then that means the department is established and we can look for maybe
Yes.
grants
We can
to get
start,
equipment.
and we can start, and that's needs to be our goal tonight to move on that. And Toby,
Right.
you're right. I mean, this has gone on for, you know,
Quite a while, and it looks like they're getting away with it, so,
and they will get away with it.
yeah.
This is a.
But what, I mean, the question is, where do we go from this point forward?
Right.
That's right. We need to go forward, get everything taken care of.
Did the trustee ever get audited?
Not,
You got a review,
not like we are.
No,
you got a
no,
review.
I didn't finish it,
no.
because somebody stopped it probably.
The state police turned over what they had to the prosecutor's office, and that's as far as it went.
Yeah.
So,
Way too many. Anyway,
so when can we, as a board, when can we meet in an executive session to interview?
I'm open.
Are you open?
Yeah.
Are there any dates? Toby, you said you're going on vacation. When
Yeah,
are you leaving?
probably the 10th of next month, for about 2 weeks, I'll be available.
And how long of a notice, Robin, do we have to have?
48 hours.
48 hours?
So you could get one in before he leaves.
Yeah, you're not leaving until the 10th?
I think 10th.
Okay.
I think our next meeting, is it on the 9th? I believe, I'm not
Yes.
real sure.
Yes.
But anyway,
So no.
August 9th.
yeah.
So will you be able to attend that meeting?
I'm not, I can't give you absolute, we may leave a day early, that's why I'm not real sure.
can we hold a special meeting?
Yeah, I mean, it's an executive session
I know,
anyway, so
and then-
yeah.
And then hold
Mhm.
a special meeting after the executive session?
Well, if you come to some sort of a consensus in
I mean,
the,
we can't make a decision in an executive session,
Right.
we have to make that decision in a regular meeting.
but you can have like a feel, you can have a feel of what the consensus is
Sure.
at the executive session, and then you can, when you have that meeting on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is everyone in favor of that?
I am.
Okay.
Or do you wanna do it like on the same night, have an executive
Same night,
oh,
yeah.
and then follow like an
Right.
hour later?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'd like to do, to get it done
Yeah,
in one pass, instead
Gotcha.
of having multiple nights.
so are you gonna pick a couple dates and then are you gonna contact that
Yes,
person?
I will contact him and, see what his schedule is, and then I will email you guys with a time, I would assume a 6 o'clock for the first and a 7 o'clock for the second meeting. If that's acceptable. Anything else tonight?
Make a motion, sign claims, adjourn meeting.
Do I hear a
I'll
second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.